Hey guys, my name's Logan with Nissan of Cookeville, and today we're going to be talking about this 2021 Nissan Versa S with the 5-speed manual transmission. Today I want to be going over some of my favorite interior features, giving you guys a quick and brief exterior walk around, and we're actually going to switch it up a little bit today and take it for a quick test drive. That's right, now you're going to get to learn what our vehicles drive like without even getting behind the wheel. Stay tuned for all of that and more in today's episode. Alright guys, so now that we've made it inside of the 2021 S Versa, I'd love to go over some of the interior features with you guys. First and foremost, we've got a 7-inch color touch infotainment display right there. You're going to get your AM, FM, and Bluetooth connectivity all available right there in that display, so no matter how you want to listen to your music, you're going to be able to do so. Not only that, but this is a very nice display when it comes to using it on the drive. These knurling on the knobs and the rubberized grip texture makes everything extremely easy to feel for and not have to take your eyes off the road. If you had to take your eyes off the road for any reason, you are going to be protected on that front as well. This vehicle is loaded with tons of standard safety features, especially considering this is the least expensive Versa you can get your hands on. First and foremost, we've got forward automatic braking with pedestrian detection, rear automatic braking, and we've also got lane departure warning as well. It really helps keep yourself in check, especially on a long commute or if you've experienced some driver fatigue. Hopefully you don't though, because these seats are extremely comfortable and the driving position helps take a ton of fatigue out of the drive, especially when driving a manual. Having this much connection with your vehicle and having control over this many things does take a toll on driving, but the Versa does a great job at mitigating that for you. Not only that, but the steering wheel is extremely ergonomic and the controls are laid out exactly like what you would expect. Cruise control on the right, multimedia on the left, and it stays that simple. There's no extra buttons that you have to memorize the functionality of, and your dashboard is extremely easy to read as well. You've got your analog tach and your analog speedometer on the left and right respectively, and there in the center you've got a nice little 3-inch display that just gives you information about your fuel economy, your current fuel level, and then of course your trim information as well. Over here on the left-hand side of the dash, I've got controls for the individual traction control system as well as my rear parking sensors and the lane departure warning system. And I've also got the button that controls this 3-inch display in front of me and helps me toggle through all the different modes of information that it has. Moving back down here underneath your infotainment display, you've got a beautiful single zone climate control system that, again, just like your infotainment, is very easy to use while on the fly. The oversized knobs make it extremely easy to pick your climate control mode, fan speed, and temperature on the fly. And as far as the individual buttons, they're all large oversized buttons to make sure that you don't fat thumb the wrong thing. Moving down from there, we've got a Type A USB port, a 12-volt power supply, and a 3.5mm aux jack, again increasing that further connectivity as well. And then of course we get down to the star of the show, the beautiful 5-speed manual transmission. It is a medium throw. I wouldn't say it's a short throw, but it is still a very comfortable transmission to drive. And whenever you're driving through the city, your hand just kind of naturally falls off the steering wheel onto the top of the shift knob. It is a 5-speed, so whenever you are in 5th, if you think it's a 6-speed and try to go down into 6, it does have a reverse lockout to where your accidental money shifts are not going to happen. Moving back from there, we've got a standard handbrake. This is a very easy to use design. You just simply pull up on it to engage, and then of course you've got the lock button on top to lower it. And again, very easy to pull up on that, and it holds the vehicle still exactly like you'd expect it to. Moving back from that, the last feature up front is going to be the center console. Not all Versas can be optioned with this. This one happens to come with it from the factory, but it does just increase your storage by that much more. Plus, it gives you a very convenient thin armrest for resting your arm while shifting, and because of the cutout design, it does not take away from the passenger's experience, nor get in the way of your cup holders, especially if you're like me and you've got a tall Yeti cup. They fit perfect in these cup holders and don't get in the way of any of the functionality. Alright guys, moving on to the backseat of the Versa, it's actually quite impressive. I'm almost 6 foot, right around 5'11" and some change, and I've got this front seat set in my personal driving position simply because we're about to do a driving segment, but it is fairly aggressive, laid-back driving position, and I fit back here very comfortably. I've got multiple inches between my knees and the back of this seat. I've got about 2 inches of headroom still. It's a fairly comfortable back seat. Not only that, but on the back of the center console, I do have an additional 2 USB ports for your backseat passengers to stay charged and connected at all times. Alright guys, so we're actually going to be changing stuff up with this video. Typically, we just stand in our parking lot and talk about the cars, but we've had a couple people asking what do they actually like to drive. So today, I'm going to be test driving this Versa for you guys. First and foremost, the driving position is very easy to find with this 6-way manual seat. Very, very comfortable seat once again. Now, we're at a red light right now, so taking off is extremely easy in this vehicle. It's a hydraulic clutch, so it is extremely easy to find that brake point. So if this is going to be your first manual car, it's going to be very, very easy to learn on. Now, not only that, but all of your controls are exactly where you expect them to be. You can see taking off, even on a hill, very, very simple. The shifter itself is extremely notchy, and once you get into a gear, you know that you're going to be in that gear. The road noise that you experience isn't really much. Now, your transmission does make some noise, but that's actually the manufacturer's intent. Nissan wants you to feel connected to this vehicle. Even though it's just going to be your daily driver economy car, it is still a very, very fun car to drive. The way that the suspension is set up is meant for comfort, but it still retains some sporty nature to it. If you want to throw this car into some corners and have fun, you have every right and intention to do so. I'm chilling out at about 45 miles an hour right here, sitting right over 2,000 RPM. So this is a very comfortable spot for this car. It's really meant for kind of just around the town driving. You're not really meant to do any downshift rev matching, but the pedal setup is very, very easy to do so. All right, guys, so hill starts on this vehicle are, again, very, very easy to perform. Now, it does not have any form of hill start assist, so there will be some rollback in there. However, the clutch is, again, very, very easy to find that brake point. And again, once you know you're in the proper gear for the situation, the car just kind of does the rest of the work for you. As long as you have proper foot control, it is very, very easy to ride smooth. Most of my shifts, you don't even feel. And my cameraman's probably appreciative of me not throwing them all over the place right now. Now, like I said, it is a 5-speed, not a 6-speed. Reverse is placed just below 5th gear, so if you do have that tendency to try to throw it into 6, you will find that reverse lockout quite often. We're about to get on the highway real quick just to show you guys what this car feels like at highway speeds. We'll see you when we get there. All right, guys, so we're now on the on-ramp to I-40, so we're gonna have to wind some of these gears out to get up to speed. This vehicle does not have a lot of horsepower, but what it does have is a lot of fuel economy. This thing has a combined fuel economy average of right at 30 miles per gallon. On the highway, it's rated at 35. In my personal experience, I've actually gotten a little bit higher than that, but it all boils down to how you drive and who you are. Again, merging onto the highway is extremely comfortable to do. I'm sitting right at 75 miles an hour, right around 3,500 RPM, which is probably typically where most people are going to commute at, right above the speed limit or right below the speed limit, of course. There's plenty of room to the left side of the clutch pedal for my left foot whenever I'm not using it. That way you know you're not going to be cramping up in your calf or getting uncomfortable or anything like that. And again, with one hand on the steering wheel, the other hand just resting on the armrest, very comfortable position. The car is smaller, so people that do get claustrophobic may experience that, but these seats do have some mildly aggressive bolstering on them to hold you in the corners. Again, getting off the highway, just taking it out of gear, coasting to a stop, it is very, very comfortable to do so. And even hitting those rumble patches back there on accident, the car really didn't translate much of that vibration back to me as the driver, which again leads to that fatigue saving aspect. Very, very comfortable car to commute in, and we will see you guys back in the parking lot. All right, guys, so as far as exterior features go, I actually really, truly love this Versa. So the window sticker, you can see your safety and security block is one of the largest blocks on there. Like I said earlier, Nissan packed a ton of standard safety features in this guy, not to mention the amount of standard airbags and of course your simple stuff like your ABS, traction control, everything like that goes into effect to make this vehicle one of the safest vehicles in its class. By far one of the safest vehicles under $20,000. Now, looking down at your wheels on the S model, we've got 15-inch steel wheels with wheel covers. They are sitting on some beautiful Continental Pro contact tires that make driving this thing just that much more fun. Now, your trunk is accessed by one of two ways. Either the button on the key fob as such, it pops it open to where you can lift it up the rest of the way, or you've also got a latch just to the left of the driver's seat in the cabin. If you take a look inside the trunk, we've got tons of cargo space. This particular vehicle is also optioned with a full set of Versa floor mats, as well as the all-weather mats that are stored inside. And you can see you've got tons and tons of cargo space in this little subcompact sedan. Underneath that, you've also got a donut spare tire, as well as a full set of tools and a scissor jack to help you out on the side of the road if you so need it. Pulling the hatch down, you can see that we do have, again, the standard backup camera, which I'll go over on the driving segment of this video. And then, of course, on the back bumper, we've got the array of 4 rear parking sensors that help keep you safe and keep you from bumping into your best friend's car. All right, guys, that is going to conclude our video on the 2021 S Manual Versa. Now, to hit a few high points, what I personally think about the car, I love it. It is a great commuter car. It's powered by a 1.6 liter 4-cylinder, so you know you're gonna get nothing but the best fuel economy. Now, hitting a few high points about the styling of it, I love the rear diffuser. I love the aggressive front fascia. Up front, we've got automatic halogen headlights, so that only goes that much further into, again, reducing that driver fatigue. Now, the clutch on this vehicle is very easy to get along with. Not only that, but the not really aggressive driving position, but still comfortable, again, very easy to get along with and agree with. Well, guys, that's going to conclude all of my talking points for the 2021 Nissan Versa today. My name is Logan with Nissan of Cookeville. Thank you guys for coming down and watching this video with us. It's been a blast. See y'all in the next one.